Our people group is the Surinamese that are Dutch speaking, and they're located in Suriname. The missionaries that were living there that we talked to and interviewed, their names are Jared and Wendy. They lived in Paramaribo at the tip top of Suriname.
Dutch-speaking Surinamese people have a Western European style of clothing in addition to their traditional clothing called sarongs. The men in the society often wear shorts and t-shirts or button-up shirts when attending their meetings. When they are not at a formal meeting, they often wear a cloth-like sash outfit. The women wear a kazoo, which is a wrap skirt that goes from the belly button to the knees. Sometimes the women in the society will wear a top, but more often than not, they will not wear a top. Married women wear a different style of skirt than their single friends. While single women's skirts are shaped like a normal skirt that we would imagine in our culture, married women wear a V-shaped skirt to signify their married status. The Surinamese people also will go barefoot or wear flip-flops around their town. The Surinamese children usually wear their school uniforms and they usually wear shoes. Surinamese cuisine is a mixture of foods from several different cultures. South American indigenous tribes such as the Arawak and Waro tribes, along with European, Jewish, and Chinese cuisine, have influenced Surinamese food. Much of the Surinamese diet consists of sweet potato, maize, pineapple, peanuts, peppers, and seafood. These are all local foods that the people often grow themselves or buy from local sellers. Some of the Surinamese favorites are cassava bread, cassava cakes, rice and chicken oven stew, sponge cake, and roasted pork. The Suriname artifacts consist mostly of their gods. Fort Zeelandia is a museum that holds these gods. The people will often go visit this museum and honor their gods there. Farida van den Stoom was an actress who has starred in movies since 1992. She most recently appeared in the short film Crow's Nest, which was just recently produced in 2018. Another famous person worth mentioning is Desiree Boutiers, who was a politician, army officer, chairman national military counselor, and the current president of Suriname. He is a very controversial figure. He has been involved in drug trades and was even imprisoned for trading cocaine, and he was suspected of having directed a massacre several years ago. The Suriname culture is a very warm social culture. Every morning, people wake up and immediately go to greet each other. The very first thing they do in the morning before they even eat breakfast is go around the town and greet each other. After greeting everyone in the village, the missionaries would eat breakfast and then look at a Bible story to translate. After translation, the family would go help at the planting ground by pulling nuts. A main daily social event in this culture is cutting rice and pounding it, so the missionaries would spend time getting to know the locals by participating in this event. The afternoon would be spent doing chores. Dishes and laundry are done every other day, with the exception of the kids' uniforms, which are washed at 1 o'clock every day. The missionaries would then entertain the kids after school until supper, and after supper they would go around the village again, greeting people before bed. The last act of the day was buying bread at the local bakery. This is what not to do in the Suriname culture. Surinamese culture is very warm and friendly, and they have many cultural aspects that are far different from our own. When visiting this culture, it is very important to not try to be like them and adopt their culture, as trying hard to be like them would be offensive to them. Additionally, it would offend them if someone were to question their culture. When the culture doesn't make sense, don't ask why, just go along with it. Men and women have drastically different roles in the society, and there are even different paths in the village for men and women to take. If you are a woman, do not walk on the men's path, and if you're a man, do not walk on the women's path. Additionally, men and women do not live together, and they also do not eat together. There is a sacred tree that women cannot be near, so if you're a woman in Suriname, be sure to identify this tree and do not go near it. Women also do not drink or smoke, while the men drink all day and may smoke as much as they like. There are also strict rules for pregnant women. Pregnant women may not walk across a bridge. They do not talk about their pregnancies. Do not talk to a Surinamese woman about her pregnancy, as this would be highly offensive and embarrassing to her. What to do if you visit Suriname. If you visit Suriname, you must be sure to dress appropriately. Women should wear long skirts or shorts that go past the knee, and they must cover their belly button at all times. Men should wear traditional Western clothing similar to what would be worn in the United States. Greetings are highly important in this social culture. Visitors or missionaries must be sure to greet everyone in the village first thing in the morning, at noon, and at night right before bed. Greetings are also very important in normal conversations. A proper greeting includes asking about the other person's family and well-being, must happen before discussing anything else.
People in Dutch-speaking Suriname are taught Dutch as children, but their main language, Suriname, contains Creole, African, Portuguese, and English influences. Men speak the city language. However, there are no R's in the Suriname language, and the language is sung in high and colorful tones. In 1498, Christopher Columbus set sights on the coast of Suriname. Then in 1593, Spanish explorers visited the area and named it Suriname. In the 1600s to 1650, settlements were attempted by the Spanish, Dutch, British, and French. They all failed, in part because of the resistance by the native inhabitants. The first permanent European settlement in Suriname was established by the British at Paramaribo in 1651. In 1667, the British ceded their part of Suriname to the Netherlands in exchange for New Amsterdam, which is New York City. 1682, coffee and sugar cane plantations established and work was done by the African slaves. In 1863, the slavery was finally abolished, and laborers were brought in from India, Java, and China to work on the plantations. In 1916, Aluminum Company of America began mining bauxite. And then in 1954, Suriname was given full autonomy, with the Netherlands regaining control over its defense and foreign affairs. In 1975, Suriname became independent. And then in 1986, Suriname Liberation Army, composed mostly of the descendants of the escaped African slaves, began a guerrilla war. The government is a presidential Republican run by a parliamentary system with a president who gives power to each governor. Each village in Suriname has captains called bashas. Bashas are counselors comprised of men and women, and tribal leaders who are wise due to their age. Younger children attend elementary schools in the villages, and higher education must be found in the city. There are many health clinics scattered along the river. These clinics are run by medical students, doctors, nurses, and midwives from the Netherlands. For major health care, you must travel to the cities.
The dominant religion of this culture is animism. Surinamese people create houses for their gods, feed their gods food, and give their gods alcohol to drink. Surinamese people do not believe in life after death or eternity. However, they do believe that their ancestors are still among them, so they honor their ancestors and talk to them. Their main focus is the here and now, and the purpose of their lives is to work hard to please their gods. Baby death is bad for the family because it signifies that the family is cursed. A baby death can also signify that the family possibly did something wrong and that the death is their punishment. Suriname culture is similar to ours in the fact that they want people to be happy. They are different from us in the fact that they believe that the supernatural world is not loving and they have less hope in their religion. Surinamese people believe that their supernatural world is not loving and they have less hope in their religion. They believe that life is defined for you and that you have little to no choice on how your life plays out. Unique values of the culture include women being in control of their kids' lives with little to no male involvement. The women carry out that society.